What's up, guys? It's Miles and Caleb, and today we're going to be bringing you the top 3 techniques for hitting a baseball. Alright, the first technique is the open stance, where your back foot is always in front of you, and your front foot is behind, and it needs to be a comfortable position where you can get to an inside position, and middle position, and an outside position, so you can hit all points of the baseball. Alright, that's really going to help, okay? Bringing on to technique number 2 is the closed in technique. The closed in technique is where we're all just closed in, feet are parallel to each other. Alright, parallel to each other. And it's going to be a better technique really for beginners and all that, like you see MLB players usually doing something else. But I would recommend this one, as Miles is going to give you the tips of it. Alright, and going to the last one, which is meaty, which I call meaty stance, which you're going to be really far in your hips and stuff. So you're going to be really far in your hips, which makes it where you can drive balls. You can get a better level of playing. It's going to really help increase your batting average, okay? That's the 3 techniques of hitting. All right, bringing you the tips now.
Okay, so Caleb talked about your hitting techniques. So he went over an open stance, a closed stance, and a meaty stance. So I just want to talk to you about some tips when you're taking BP and you're hitting into a net or practicing your hitting. So the first tip I want to give y'all is to make sure that you're not using any other technique of hitting than you would in a game. So if in a game you are hitting with an open stance, don't go into BP hitting with the closed stance, because they'll just throw you off when you get up to the plate. The second thing I want to talk about is tee placement. If you're ever hitting with the tee, I just want to talk about your position of the tee. So if you want to work on an inside pitch, then you want to move it towards your front leg. But you don't ever want to hit with your front leg not lined up at the tee. You never want the tee right here in front of you, okay? So you always want to hit on your front leg. So when you're working on an inside pitch, you want it right here on your inside leg, and it closest to you, so that it's in a very good hitting position where you can get up on the ball like that. Okay? So that's where you want your contact point to be. So when you're taking this and you're taking an inside pitch, just remember that you're not going to be, you don't want to come out of it you don't want to unleash everything at once. You want to go feet and legs and hips first, hands follow. So your hands will come after your feet. So inside pitch, you want to take it hard with your hips and then finish late with your hands so that you can get more power on the ball. See? So when I do this, I can get more power on the ball compared to if you were doing everything at once. So here we go. See, I drove that ball to left field. Now, we're going to talk about down the middle pitch. This pitch is pretty straightforward, and it's probably what you're going to get every single at bat. And that's about where you want to meet it. About right there. Okay. So when you're taking a down the middle pitch, it needs to be pretty much the same as you're taking with a inside pitch. Just you don't want to meet it out as much in front. You want to kind of let the ball sit into you. So when you're taking that pitch, it should look a little bit like this. Okay, so an outside pitch. When you're taking an outside pitch, you need to remember to let the ball get deep. And your contact point should be just about around here, so that you can drive this ball to right field instead of pulling it, which will make you get around the ball and you probably hit it on the ground. So you want to hit that pitch about right there so you can drive to right field. And this is what that looks like. Okay, so those are the 3 tips that I have for you hitting off the tee and position of your front leg and the tee and how they correspond with each other.
Alright, so now we're going to go to the conclusion part and evidence. So we're going to be taking a few cuts, me and Miles both. First up, I am. Okay? This is outside. Driving that up the middle or to right field. Alright? Now I'm going to line up to more of a middle pitch. Driving that right up in the gap between short and third. Alright? Now inside, I'm going to be driving that right over third baseman's head towards shortstop. I'm going to do it all over again. Outside. Middle. And inside. Alright, now I'm just going to do one more cut of regular. Alright, now let's go on to Miles hitting.
Okay, so I'm going to take, so my hitting technique, like his is a close stance. So mine's an open stance. And I like to get about right here, a little into my leg, sort of, so I'm nice and balanced. And so I can get into the ball. So here's me taking a cut. I'm going to take this ball outside, so down to right field or down the first base line. Okay, so now I'm going to take a cut down the middle so I can drive it in between the second and shortstop and over the second base bag to get possibly a double, but most likely a single. So now I'm going to take a cut inside so I can take this ball down the third base line or over the third baseman's head, like Caleb said. So, as you can see, there's some advantages and disadvantages of having an open stance. Me, having an open stance gives me a disadvantage when I'm taking an inside pitch. See, because the ball comes in pretty consistently every single pitch. So, if I'm taking an inside pitch and I have an open stance, I'm getting into the ball and I have to take it earlier, which kind of throws off my timing because I have to step into the ball. See, Caleb has an advantage there because he has a close stance and he can just take his regular swing and take it inside. Whereas I have to step into the ball and it takes me a lot longer to get to the ball. So that's just us having some cuts at an outside, middle, and inside pitch.
And thank you for watching this video, and goodbye.